So all along, they have been lying to us. How would I know this? Awareness is very, very key. Eco-friendly, environmentally sound, ethical, sustainable. These are the phrases that many companies are stamping on their products. Have you ever taken water and on it you see naturally sourced? Have you taken any commodity at home and only to see a label, eco-friendly? So today we're going to dive into these different labels and in a way that many companies have misused them to get to you. Research from the recent times states that people have become environmentally cautious in a way they purchase and in a way they consume goods, whereby someone in these days will be keen reading which product is eco-friendly, which product is sustainable, which product is natural. And this is where the fraudsters anchor their marketing, in that they may use or leverage on this trend to make sales. Now, this is when you'll hear a term called greenwashing. And by definition, greenwashing is when a company or an entity will advertise their products or processes as environmentally sound, environmentally friendly, but in practical sense, they are not. So this means they are lying, and in the law, we call it fraud. So it means they are leveraging on the trend to make or to influence the market to buy these products that are genuinely not environmentally friendly or environmentally sourced. But in actual sense, when you are to check the facts behind this, they are really vague. No statistics, no factual data, just labels, because it's the trend. A greenwash instance would be like a company will declare that its recyclable cups or coffee cups can be processed, but instead when you go to the recycling facility, it can cope up, that's one, or even recycle them because the conditions that are required for their recycling are not available, are not feasible for them compared to other materials they recycle. So this would be a greenwashing instances and many more. And maybe I and you who doesn't know to the detail what these things go through to be produced, we may miss this. So we will be misled and we will be exploited. These times are really bad. The main culprits of doing this vice are usually the companies that have been at the top of their game. So with failure to do R&D in such environmentally friendly products, or because the boards and the governing entities are more into profit, they end up lying the masses. So hence greenwash. So today I'll give you an example of such cases through the fashion industry. And every one of us here loves to dress well, and it contributes to around 2 to 8% because of its different processes, the cultivation, the dyeing, the finishing, and also in this date, the fast moving fashion, whereby it has a short lifespan where a fabric is used and after disregarded as off fashion. Since everyone needs a cloth as a basic need, so people in this industry, after hearing the different trends whereby the masses are moved into the eco-friendly products, they've also picked on. And remember, some time back, it was known that the industries are generally made for profit, whereby most people, what they are aiming is, when creating the industries, it's profit. Now, other responsibilities came in, other values that are looked at came in. And there are those companies that have not really done their part because they don't want to invest in research, invest in products that are really environmentally sound. To caution you, there are some products out there that are really environmentally sound. Many a times you have had companies advertise that this jacket, this t-shirt, this sweater, this wearable has been made from polyester, and this polyester has been recycled and reused from the bottles, the plastic bottles that are thrown in the different garbage collection points. So to someone or to me who doesn't know what they are doing, it is fine, it is okay. But do you think this is really eco-friendly? Let us dive into it for my scientific audience. So we know that indeed we can make polyester, which is the big elephant in the room, from the recycled plastic bottles or plastic that are from polyethylene terephthalate. So that's PET. So what happens is, after, if you are to get polyester, they can use the petrochemical industry to generate it, but now still they can use that route from the PET bottles or the PET plastics, and then after use it to get the polyester, which is spun. Sometimes what you can have a polyester full or 100% product or fabric, or usually what they do is they put, or they reinforce it, integrate it with cotton. So we're seeing that it is really possible. But someone may ask still, Samuel, why are you saying that this is greenwashing? The reason is fabrics are hardly recycled. It is really hard after throwing out a fabric, whereby they are going to unspun it. You'll have to do a lot of work, and that work takes a lot of time to do. So it is very hard to scale up. The technologies that are always there by the different companies, H&M trying out the different technologies to try to showcase that it is possible. They are mainly for showcasing. It cannot be scaled. So here we are seeing that, yes, you have disrupted a loop that, however much it has trouble, can be worked with and be maintained. Maybe we could say that let us recycle more plastics, however much that's a devil of itself. Let us use those in the loop, and we do not go and take them to a linear. So they have made it leave a circle, and they have turned it to linear because most of the fabrics are dumped. It's rare to go and see a polyester dress which can be reused, whose threads are going to be gotten from there and be reused into a fabric. So that's why it's greenwashing. But they'll tell this person, this is 100% recycled, it's eco-friendly, we're helping to build this environment to keep our ecosystems. And if you do the math and do the science behind this, it's fraud, and they know it. Now, a Ugandan or any native may be asking, how is this even important to me? How does it even concern me? First of all, we know the fatal effects if the environment is degraded. So that shouldn't be a question. And now someone may ask, who is now responsible with such interventions like what I'm doing, of making you aware of what's happening, what's going on in the realm of the environment and then sustainability issues? Please, I would request you to subscribe, like, and share, in that our community can grow, to make people aware of such issues, then the number one person who is responsible and who can take action would be you or me, the consumer who buys these products. The reason why I'm saying that I'm responsible, you are responsible as a consumer, if we demand what is environmentally friendly, these people will, by the trend we have seen as evidence, will try to go into that direction, however much these are doing it in the wrong way. So it means everyone here knows something about the environment, what is good for it, what is not good. So that's the starting step. So that's why we are creating awareness in that people know this and they can take action. Now, to the producer, do research, R&D, and be committed in that to actual transition to these eco-friendly products, because fraud at the end of the day, after people find out, obvious case you lose market. There are those farms that are venturing into the eco-friendly space whereby they are doing research, collaborate with universities, collaborate with research entities, because with this you'll be able to leverage on the intellectual minds, the innovative minds, to do some good work. Do hackathons, do programs that enable startups in your value chain, in that they can help you transition and help them in that they can help you adapt in the long run these eco-friendly practices and processes. It may start with a process and let it be genuine. With time, it will be a very good thing. It will be an actual win, not just an ESG report that we have to write and post. So these, I feel, are things that are beneficial to the entity, because at the end of the day, we need the garments. It's our basic need. But again, let it not come at the cost of the environment, regulators, or the law. Now, this is the third arm. And this arm of this triangle I've been describing of the consumer, the producer, and then the law. These are mainly able to regulate what is on market. And in Uganda's perspective, that's the Uganda National Bureau of Standards. So with this, what could they do? And I'll start with their challenges. The greenwashing instances and many other are a global challenge. So we are seeing that entities like the International Consumer Protection Network are there to develop means on how to protect the consumers of these products. So in this case, we are seeing that it is trying its level best to standardize the use of these words, to put measures or metrics, key performance indicators for these particular words being used: sustainable, eco-friendly, ethically sourced, and more words that are used by these entities during greenwashing. And why is it being done? In that it will help a consumer to know what does this mean and what has this company done. So we are saying that these measures are not yet in place. There are also these challenges since there's no standardization in place at the moment. So everyone is using these words the way they feel, the way they like, and sometimes they use vague statements around them. So ending up at a point that the consumer is not protected. But what would the Ugandan Consumer Protection Agency, that's the UNBS, the Uganda National Bureau of Standards, what could it do? So in this way, it could do some of the following. The UNBS may request these entities to submit their life cycle assessment along with documents that verify that their products are indeed eco-friendly. So these would be metrics which it will use to analyze whether their statements are right. Then, in this regard, those that use these words and not abide by the standards that are being put in place, they will pay some penalties. Some of these actions are in place, but there may be more rigorous actions that are addressing the greenwashing aspect, whereby they may be having a product that has standards, but it is not as what they claim it is. The Bureau can reach out to these entities and tell them to remove those labels that are misleading, however much they can still stay with their standards of their products. In that, there is even a penalty for those who still keep these labels on there without the compliance of what those labels require. So we are saying that to avoid the long bureaucracy, it can put a system whereby those who are willing to transition, in that they can work with the Bureau, in that these methods or their processes, products can be tested even with the global research institutions. This can be replicated also in other entities and make the process faster. So with all we have learned, I request you to share, in that someone out there knows about this vice. We did not go in the depth of this subject matter, whereby we did not discuss the other industries in oil, in chemicals, and many others. And those that feel that we should share more case studies, the cases that were filed, and those that where companies had to recompensate, we can do so, even still within the fashion industry. So I would like and request you to like, share, comment, in that someone out there can know about these sustainability and environmental related issues. Thank you for staying around. Bye-bye.